In case you haven't heard, Earth is having a serious health crisis right now. According to the world's top climate scientists, we only have a decade to turn the tides of global warming and keep the planet's temperature from rising more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. If that doesn't happen, we're likely to face harsher droughts, fires, storms, and heat waves than the world has ever seen. One of the things that's going to change in climate change is the temperature. It's going to get warmer, and warm temperature may become variable. The other thing is the rainfall changes. Rainfall may get heavier in some parts of the world, and it may get drier in others. Another likely victim of climate change, our food system. These are really important for crops. First of all, the impacts of short episodes of hot temperature. If you're a farmer planning ahead, it is extremely difficult whether or not to risk planting another variety instead of your normal variety. According to a recent United Nations panel, food shortage could be one of the most serious side effects of a warming planet. If the global temperature were to rise by even 2 degrees Celsius, extreme weather could throw off crops, growing seasons, make land inhospitable to farming, and make crops vulnerable to disease. Complicating matters even more, there will be approximately 10 billion people on Earth by 2050. Increases in temperature predicted by climate change may lead to stomata changes, with high temperature causing stomata closure. Therefore, stomatal conductance decreases affecting photosynthesis, respiration, and growth. Although differences among species can be found, some species open their stomata with high temperature. But eventually, if temperature keeps increasing, stomata close to avoid water loss.
I am Sinon. I live here with my children and a supporting wife. We own a small plot of 2-hectare agricultural land where we cultivate crops. Life has not been easy for us. Since these previous years, our fields are dying because of these extreme weather conditions. This year, we have been working extra hard to prevent them from dying. Finally, I would be able to save for my family's future.
Oh no, my crops are dying! Our intact and manufactured seeds and fertilizers are gone down the drain!
Our fields are mostly damaged. Let's go to the village head and discuss the problem with them. Our crops have been suffering from extreme drought and high temperature brought about by climate change. Farmers like us have incurred heavy losses. Yes.
Just calm down, guys. We must consult a scientific expert to solve this problem and find a solution.
Welcome, I am Dr. Arbistondo, an agricultural scientist.
Doctor, we are facing the increasing problem of climate change affecting our crops.
Okay, well then let me explain. If food shortages on crops were to occur as a result of extreme weather, some argue that crops genetically engineered to survive changing of weather conditions could potentially feed millions of people who might otherwise go hungry. Luckily, advancements gave rise to these seeds.
These are nothing but technically advanced genetically modified seeds which are capable of withstanding extreme weather conditions like drought or flooding. A drought and salinity-tolerant soybean has been developed by gene editing in the US as another example of a crop that is meant to withstand conditions that may result from climate change. There are also several types of GMO crops in development that may help reduce the negative environmental impacts of farming. For example, Dr. Kuzma says cereal crops are now being engineered to pull nitrogen directly from the air instead of just from the soil. In the hopes of reducing farmers' reliance on nitrogen fertilizers, let me further elaborate on the use of GMO seeds and their benefits. All the organisms in the world possess mold genes that determine their characteristics like shape, size, and color. These seeds I got have been modified by adding a new gene that enables your crop to resist the extreme weather conditions. Also, I can recommend a lot of genetically modified seeds to incorporate in your farms. By adopting BT cotton seeds, your insecticide consumption will decrease considerably because these seeds have been modified by adding a new gene that enables cotton plant to resist pests. This gene is taken from bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis. The gene which provides a property of killing pests is inserted on the plant using genetic engineering technique.
Are these seeds expensive?
Well, yes.
But the seeds will give you 40 to 50% more production and reduce insecticide used by 30 to 40%, which will make your cultivation more profitable.
Can eating these affect our health?
No, it doesn't damage people and animals. I hope all your doubts are clear.
Yes, doctor. Thank you so much in behalf of all farmers for your insight into crops.
Fortunately this time, we have much better harvest. All of us are so happy thanks to Dr. Orbistondo. After a very long time, we finally have an educated and fruitful experience. Today, our village seems to be beautiful and abundant with lush, healthy fields.
Oh look, the doctor is here!
I just came here to see your happy faces. But I must tell you that though this technology is very useful, it is not a magic wand and cannot solve all the problems affecting crops. Let's hope that your village stays as abundant and as beautiful now.